Love poem. For whom the horse is sacred, today the meadow reddish, vague with ice. Wood smoke and I stare over my shoulder into the declining sun, walk open-mouthed into a cloud of thunderflies. I'm trying to be present, striding over the frozen ground. Ahead of me a world of swift occlusions, night things, stammeringly gratified, to feel even the moon behind me, blue fist in the small of my back this burgeoning flint, to feel for a moment stunned, almost drowsy with fear. I know I have wasted so much. Somewhere there is wet sand easing through an hourglass, an end to all my frugal frenzies. Peel a puckered skim from me, my opaque mail of desperation, to wish I'd run with veterans of a soft delving, had pushed my own tired dark aside a dexterous moan. Piano players' fingers, all their life refusing music, what a fool. My brother asks how I can love the quality of light behind the church, how I can love what I cannot ever look directly at. Oh, my dear, you are braver than me. My love is this mute deflection, is just aversion's avid thirst. And I do realise there are reasons to be cheerful today. The dayglow orange hate pumpkin of death is gone. Hooray! But we're still having shit depressing poems, so just deal with it. This is called Prospero. To spit the river recent in my mouth. Tonight to say your name to sheer sensation. And how you swam the tavern to amazement with feeling flying up my spine. Don't go. Rubbing your burning eyes like lamps into the durable dark on a pretext of treasure. You're better than that. Stay, for all the brains grey, scarab turning, silent farms wet, cordwood split with a whipcord rancor. Late evening light, slicing across the hill. A woman talks of trespass, her face proper with admonishment. What if the heart should steady, outlive its ultimatums, wake the aching brain to blue? Winter. We should be walking. I should be bringing the walking world to you, my dog, as a rosy Midas naked proposal of gold, how a pheasant is a spectre and a stooge, black clouds gathered like a clutch of eggs, my windfall robber's pockets full. I would speak of a sheer and tempered air, dog with a culpable gusto running over ruined corn. How should I say my defeats into season without you? Do the rumours of war and the rising wail, do pedant and sensuous feigning how? All these labyrinths are alleyways, initiative is ash. You were slaked, then slack, then gone. Who has drowned his book? Some of my spasms, ruling passion of a seething wave. Drought is the flood's father, and twilight is a language, the medicine escapes its spoon. Yeah, and this one's really long. It's kind of a Joy Division thing, it's kind of a Rambo thing, it's kind of a gentrification thing, and it's kind of an all my friends are dead thing. It's called Delirious. All along a child, rawly lingering, concrete cross to climax a cold dawn wrought with fault. Have held this for a felony stretch, concussed on endless buses to a circular theme. Gape, decay, the traffic of it. Thin rain threading the failed semis together. Typical and stilted walk our bland arousal to devouring. Indelible now, through snow to stint a smoker's coffin cancer wards and worse, a carceral pub. Drink deprivation's sediment and spit have held this storied, stark, unworthy crawled in crowds. Men in the welder's masks of anonymous mourning. the skin to score their graphics of detachment. Patient pugilists, knuckles plump as pillows all along a song to learn the limits of malaise. Someone says, starve an axe, feed a forest, near-sighted smear of meaning on a weeping window, mortal and comic, face the out-of-focus firmament, grin, sold swallow a smile you had, formed queues, convened relief committees out of affluence, architects a starry-eyed to frame your flagging nerve in wet cement, acutely cradled, wiring the retardant dark for fire, now literate with demolition. How sinister and reverent the touch that builds a new bohemian amenity. Raised from the silence of your seizures, everybody singing, attrition, contrition, mass market ambition. Flood the street to blight our nursery blood. Our ghetto is the legend writ large in a urinal now. Infestations, alchemies, rehearsing the hurt space over and over, oh, love, gone sauntering and mortified to quiet capitulation. Your names abruptly underline in all my notebooks of return. Developer, who folds his crisp affection like a check. Carotid glut, the blood is barely breathing through its clots and smuts, and all the leather sticklers out here taking the air have held this disaffection, malocclusion, teeth that will not meet between cusp and groove, the spoon, the strap, grasp this focal flailing one last time with feeling, leaning into loneliness, have held this, in the meningital stare of sellouts, default of doubtful tenderness, and now the branded enemy, memory confined, refuted, sold sun struggles through its watery ascensions still, and men are tall with money, turned toward the vivid doom of locks and squats and prodigies. The dead with their stocks of sunken gold, conspiracy of scythes reap the gilded ribs of dance halls, erect a stout saint before the door, and yellow high-vis have held this, have seen you drink this rippling brilliance to spree. Slouched and sopping towns assume their ruin, the eye intent on better jewelling makes its myths. In celibate times have paced our burning missteps out, errant and engulfed, where holding phrase is forged accelerate deceit, the spaces in between, teetering bleakness, its depots and its despots too. City is the circle, grey eyes, green eyes, idling carnivores all along were children. The ugly mechanical cosseting, chewed cheek hanging in shreds, snail trails, caterpillar sophistries, the tracks we left are left of us. That's it. That's all you're getting.